Hi there. Thought I'd do a kind of a quick enough little reading, general kind of energy at the moment. Last night there was amazing moon. Was beaming in through the tall trees. It was just glorious, beautiful, still evening. Yeah, very very special. So I thought, there's such lovely energy around at the moment. I thought, good to do a little read, and all the spring stuff that's happening. The birds, the frog spawn is back. It's delightful, beautiful sunny day again, but cold. But that lovely fresh cold, which is great. Beautiful time of year. Okay, that's it. Um, this is the Druid Craft Tarot. Philip and Stephanie Cargom. Hadn't used them in a while. It's kind of funny, you go back to some cards you hadn't used in a while and you think, gosh, they're actually quite nice. I had forgotten. So we start off with the Queen of Pentacles, and just looking at the card, she's on her throne with her bower on, but in the back is a hare and snowdrops at the front. So, very kind of relevant for now in a sense. Queen of Pentacles, up in the royal house. Time to be focusing, I think, just in this context at the moment. There's a much more general kind of context of the Queen of Pentacles, but I think for now it's focusing on getting stuff done, planning, preparing, doing, focusing on more worldly stuff as well. And really in a kind of a big picture way, long-term plans. And this spring thing, preparing, getting ready for what it is that one wants and focusing in that kind of direction. So it's not going to be a big, broader, more esoteric emphasis on it, but it's the spring thing and getting on. Okay, but it is covered by the High Priestess. Really beautiful card. I mean, wow, gorgeous. So this is wonderful. There she is. Also with a cat in the background. So under the moon, High Priestess, Major Arcana, drawing down from multiple realms, bringing multiple realms together. Very capable, very strong kind of energy work. So this bodes well in the sense of the Queen of Pentacles for the spring, the return of the goddess, and the High Priestess, strong energy for working in that way. Also manifesting, but on a very, very deep level, a very deep spiritual, esoteric level, drawing down for this, for setting this, the intentions possibly, or the way, the desire for connecting in this time, the spring and all that is, and all that, and the year. Okay, this was reverse Ace of Pentacles. So, the ace, like a new beginning, beautiful. The bear in the cave now. That came up in a previous reading. The bear coming out of the cave now, having gone in and formed and formulated. It's the time now to come out with what one has, learned, developed, alchemized. The beginning of that. New beginning as well. New beginning of the way that you want. But it is reversed, so it's like an extra emphasis on that, the burgeoning of it. That's very much in the conscious realm as well, to really consciously focus on and an awareness on that, the moving forward. More in the subconscious, major arcana. There we are, the Hermit. The internal period, the Hermit with his wolf, his lamp, which is the star, celestial kind of realm, contained. So it was gone in, contained, nurtured, a lot of going inwards, contemplating, developing wisdom and all that. Very relevant in terms of these new, the new modus, the new spring modus. So that's in the subconscious. That's been gathered, and that quiet inner wisdom. So it's still a time to, possibly be working in the inward realm at the moment, and not so much focusing externally. Possibly. What was in, heading out. There she is with her cat under her throne. She came up recently. Queen of Wands. So that influence up in the royal house, earthy, spiritual, practical, that a very pinnacle point of all of that kind of thing. I know for me the last while was very kind of practical stuff, fixing stuff, this, that and the other. So it really was kind of elevating into that realm. So that most certainly was around, and developing that skill, personifying those skills and energies. Yeah. So what's coming in is the Nine of Cups, which is very nice. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, there he is. He's in his long haul, and he's got all his cups and a salmon on a platter on Bradhan Fiosa, the salmon of knowledge. The salmon that ate the hazelnut and had all knowledge, and the hero who ate the salmon, and the Cailleach, the ancient crone, who created that for hero's journey. Anyway, the Nine of Cups, yeah, look, it bodes well. It's very good. It's like the Great Hall, the Feasting Hall. But I personally right now would feel that it's not a time to just sit and have the harvest, kind of thing. Even though the card is there, it's emotional as well, spiritual and emotional. It's 9. It's coming up to the end of the lower stations, so it's heading up towards the royal houses, but it's confidence and emotional capacity, and having even internally created one's own great long haul emotionally, etc. So it bodes pretty well, but I think we're still in a very, very active phase, so maybe stay focused on that. Okay, this is the big self. What I call it, the big self. Okay, there she is. So this is a 5 of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So now I have a hound like that chasing a hare in the background. I don't know if you can see it. And the other day, yeah, he did take off my hound, Fionn, after a hare. Luckily, he didn't catch it. Okay, it is a very beautiful card. Yeah, it's in the position of the big self. So, I mean, in the context of now, this building, growing, burgeoning kind of the beginning of the spring thing, even the land, plants, they're all kind of pushing on through. It's still this theme, this focus of kind of more the wherewithal and what you want, the five. So, building, the stability of the four quadrants, five is where you find out what needs to be adjusted. So the path is moving, it's moving along, the hound is chasing the hare, but it's something just needs to be attended to before moving forward, like building a house. There's no point in building it if something was missed, and it'd be too hard to go back and fix it in some cases. So it's pretty good. It's to focus on something, find out what's it's the moving forward, but what needs to be adjusted and dealt with, and yeah, within the big self, um, because there's all this stuff going on with the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess, so it's a good indicator, in my humble opinion. Three of Swords. Okay, so Three of Swords more in relation to the environment and the beautiful big tree. And it really, if you look at the three dots and the three swords, it's like the Awen symbol of inspiration on a heart-shaped rock. Okay, three swords, the environment. Yeah, good thinking, clear thinking, strategic thinking, creative thinking, dynamism, under no illusions, moving forward with a full appraisal of what is needed to maintain and sustain, and cutting through and intelligently with regard to one's life and environment. Yeah, that would very much tally with the general arena of spring at the moment. The birds, I watch them gathering stuff for their nests and all that. What's the best twig? Where's the best place to nest? They're having to be very creative at the moment. So that's, it's pretty good. Now, this one I think was in reverse the way I grabbed it. Anyway, I hadn't turned it earlier because these came up upright, not upright, visible, and these ones not so. Queen of Swords. We have another queen. We have three queens in the house. Okay, so I'm going to read it upright because I wasn't focusing on how I picked the card up. Excuse me, little cough. Another queen in the house, Queen of Wands, Pentacles, Queen of Swords. It's very beautiful, lovely card. I mean, she sits upon her throne. There are no animals in this card, and she's facing in a different direction, not forwards. So this be hopes and expectations. The hopes, the intentions, actually, I think would be to have a real sovereign capacity. I think that's what a lot of people are working for. A lot of stuff going on in the world, in stable environments, possibly. And just this fundamental desire, especially for women, just to have their own throne, sovereignty, and mental capacity. They know they can look after themselves. So if you can kind of look after your thinking and being able to take care of yourself, the other stuff has more of a chance to blossom. So it's kind of a royal house personification of holding that state and space. So I think that would be a great thing to have and be developing and arrive at in such days that we're in. Okay. And this definitely is in reverse. It's lovely. Two of Cups. Okay, so there we are. Okay, the Two of Cups. Yeah, this card is it's very much a spring card, really. You know, all the birds and everything, they're all mating and getting going. Frog spawn is out. The frogs have been doing their thing, and you know, it can indicate kind of love, you know, that kind of thing. The Two Cups, but also there they are upon the land with a mound behind them, the male and the female. Um, the two is emotionally new projects. There we go. New emotional projects, or what you get from the new projects of this time, what you get emotionally from it. A sense of personal equanimity. Now it was in reverse, so it's an emphasis that it's not just to cruise control through this and go, just to be very mindful. It is there, this kind of emotional kind of the personification of all it is that is spring, I think, in terms of the Two Cups and the coming together and all that. But to be mindful that it's there and it's around, but it's something that has to be nurtured and looked after. So emotional expansion as well, moving forward, kind of balanced, even within one's own personal self, um, developing something, um, whatever it is that is for you. Yeah, okay, so it's there, it's growing into it, but just to be quite mindful, or take care of that state. Yeah, there you go. So listen, that's it. Very nice. You know, uh, I think they're very positive cards. We got the Three Queens, Hermit, Major Arcana, an Ace, Pentacles. That's good beginning, but keep an eye on it. Definitely High Priestess. The as I had mentioned previously, the return of, you know, we're moving into the return of the May Queen and all that. So that's just it has already begun. So that's just wonderful and a really good thing to tune into. Um, the Nine of Cups, it would indicate, you know, things on this path in this way, things are going well, but you know, there's still adjustments, focus needed, um, with the emphasis on moving towards, you know, that elevated state, and take care of all the spring things in the reverse Two of Cups there. Okay, listen, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. um, I'm going to get going. Loads to do today, making a wood storehouse, and for all the wood that fell from the storms, all these branches that the trees shed because they weren't well, and they'll be used. And yeah, it's lovely. It's beautiful weather, so it's time to grab the sun and grab the air. Listen, I'll see you again. Take care. Okay, bye.